gonna put my question on ice entirely, Vinny. I'll come back. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ex-Chiefs versus Soul's Heart room as well. And question being is, will Cairo be able to spawn on out? I9's presence completely unaware, but no, actually does get the shots in. Unfortunately, not enough to find the finisher, and instead shotgun to death. Scatman is the one to run wild. Nate falls. It's all down to Brendo and Jigsaw, the dynamic duo, ready to rumble. In the meantime, yeah, Scatman doesn't seem to be willing to let go of any momentum, and ensuring that they don't give much of the opportunity, much of an opening. I say that though.
And there's Jigsaw.
Gets absolutely whomped.
They're starting to really surround this solar side. Look for a trophy entry and look for a plant.
Poor Mark didn't even have the opportunity. Scatman already gave us a pretty stellar performance just before, and could very much so be the same case, but instead it's I9 smiting two of them. 3 versus 2 now, much more doable. Fortunately, no gunfights. All the isolation. What is going on? It's a quad kill as well happening here. Soul's Heart ripping out the heart of Ex-Chiefs as that attack has been completely and utterly gutted. As now it's all down to Jigsaw to try to stem the bleed, to try to shut it all down. But considering how warmed up and how fired up I9 is, things are looking very problematic, and even pre-fired does sort of just tickle a little bit, but 9 seconds to go. It's time for the swings. It's time for the frag. Does get a lot of damage and might just be the ending to it as well. No more throwables, and the plant is crispy clean without any casualties as well, as a matter of fact. As now Soul's Heart are finally being forced to, well, start actually getting a move on. And now comes the bit of a bloodbath as Brendo opens up the scoreline against Mark. Completely gets shut down, obliterated there in his own perspective as well. Long angles as well being played as I9 is completely aware. No re-swings as well. Mr. Punch gets the better of DCH. Mr. Punch goes for Cairo. And that's it. That's triple kill. And now it's the verticality coming on in. Jigsaw finally being able to delay just about enough time, but not enough, and that is it.
Walk up the solar stairs, it meant they were pretty much funneled into rappelling in through the windows. That's what of them dying now. Ino's being hunted downstairs, I think. For a run out. Cairo will find one onto Scatman. It's going to be a double on the side of Soul's Heart and a triple man. Just only Iron series against CAG. Directly into this series. I9's already up to 8 kills. As I say that, he is taken off the board. Scatman finds one back into Cairo. Looks like this execute's actually coming through onto site.
Yeah, one magic touch there, eh, Vinny? about cursing the players. But regardless, I mean, yeah, 3 versus 3, make it 3 versus 2. Wettables does manage to finally push in to get the better of Mr. Punch. Soul does leave up to Scatman and Mark. We did see, once you do introduce the blood rituals to the APAC South teams, it's a buff rather than a debuff for them, and so far being able to fight back or push back at least, it should be still very workable. If Wettables does fall, making it a 2v2, make it 2v1. Now he gets spotted. Brendo might be looking at the final few swings, but the shotgun here could ring out pretty steadily as another swing. That's 1 down.
Oh,
that's 2 down.
When and where they can be aggressive and sort of take map control. That bolt doesn't look like it's actually going to make the distance.
Yeah.
They're out this player in library.
Oh,
meanwhile,
man.
I9's able to find a double. He peeks out that lobby door.
No frag grenades either, so you have to basically go and face check each and every point. Wettables just fell. Triple kill for I9. It's sold down to Jigsaw to try to do anything, and this is just... Well, what can you do at this point? Climb at Vinny, the roster changes and everything, with Nate coming back into the core roster. It's rough.
Tied the 16th place to make it to SI on points, but lost out due to a tie. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about Fortress. I don't know if I'm excited or very nervous. I don't remember any of the callouts. I don't think. Cairo's going to keep taking this fight outside the front door on very low HP, and I9 happy.
APAC South Derby.
Yeah, it'd be super exciting. To come here, 30 seconds left. And he's going to take a fair bit of damage as well as Jigsaw. Mark taken down quite low. I9's going to find another kill onto Brendo, up to 13 already. And the slideshow that I'm watching looks like Soul's Heart are winning, and we're back. And the Flores drone is going to get shot.
10 seconds remaining, though, yeah. Yeah, just about to go and try to find at least some sort of a closure, but yeah, no plant is yet being allowed, and yeah, the timer will be running up. No, actually still staying around. Mark will just try to stick. So Brendo gets shut down pretty quickly, and that's one of the C4s out of the equation, as well as the TCSG. Out, done, and dusted. Presence on the trophy stairs is eliminated down. Gotta get a move. This is the moment. It's all being stuck. No redemption, no response at all, as Chiefs are completely shut out from the side and completely denied any sort of re-advances or retakes, really, back onto the side. Wettables, unfortunately, unable to really find any spot or any sort of shot or even a slither of damage, as he's trying to buy as much time as possible for Nate, but even that is not even remotely a thing. And even then, so actively trying to find the potential new gunfight to engage, but in the meantime, already a heavy presence already inside the building. Nate does get the better of I9, so is Scatman as well. Goals down to the hands of Cairo. Any poke or any ground to really find their own openings off the back of, and with that, Nate will try to maybe go for a couple cheeky gunfights here and there, just 5 seconds before it all ends, and well, Cairo finding one and Nate finding the other. I can guarantee.
You're gonna jinx it this early?
Oh, look, I'm calling it nice and early. It's like a given kind of expectation that they would be able to perform, which is something that I suppose in some capacity call it.
Yeah. The round. Cairo was tagged down to about half, but was able to find DCH before being tagged, although Scatman has kind of nice little pick.
A massive issue as well to work with as they're ramping up their efforts. 30 seconds remaining. Matter of fact, well, 26 is already. Double kill for Mr. Punch as he goes down 2 versus 3. It's all down to Cairo and Nate to try to bring it all back to keep the hopes alive for Chalet, as Nate tries to make the rotation. No C4, all down to himself as Cairo falls. One more attempt, but overwhelmed, overpowered, and completely shut down. Soul's Fortress, it is looking to be a pretty difficult run overall. So I'm looking forward to the building.
And just based on the way that Soul's Heart are playing out this early round date. Oh my! Oh, I thought that was Mr. Punch. Oh my god! I thought he just hit. Yeah, now I lost my train of thought. Mr. Punch is able to find a second. Mark will find a third on the side of Soul's Heart. I was just going to say, based on the way they've set up this defense, they're not roaming very much, so it does look like they probably don't have a whole lot set up, but they're pretty aware that X-Chiefs don't look like they're going to be
the rest of the round. And maybe from there we'll get to see some sort of a return on the investment, because the re-swing's already coming on in, and the Soul's Heart
remaining. They have made their way into the building, and this black bit of Wettables is trying to get a really aggressive opening onto Mark, but Mark will take him out. Cairo and Jigsaw will find 2 back though, and it looks like it may be a third.
Oh,
Jigsaw
finally
able to pick up a second. Mr. Punch will trade it back, brings it back to a 3v2.
3v2 indeed, make it 3v1. Mr. Punch trying to just, well, chip away, but his position is so exposed that, yeah, it is it. Away. They're unaware. This is a great opportunity here, though the problem being is just how much of a pressure is now starting to come on through. DCH, though, able to fight back. That's another one. Potentially the biting dust. Frag grenade starting to come on through. I9 falling as well. And Nate somehow, amidst all of this absolute chaos, surviving, starting to go for the plant. Hammam now in the position there it's at. Position where Nate is in. It will require C4 to really flush him out, and, well, at this spot, it will be quite difficult now against 2 of the shield operators to do anything. Though I9 is able to make some magic work, but as it stands, it's Nate and Cairo that do wrap up all of the...
It's starting to look that way, honestly, for both teams. That was another round of Rainbow Six Siege. Just making their way towards site now.
Exactly that, already a massive amount of just disgusting angles being just cooked on.
As well. This no smoke canisters remaining. He should be able to go for the plant. No C4 either on the board. Really going to come down to the defense having to flood the site.
Re-swing coming around. Ballsy swing from Mark as well to shut things down. 2 versus 4. 3 versus 2 now. As we are looking at Sultan being very low on HP. Jigsaw, he lines up a couple shots here. This could prove to be quite beneficial. 10 seconds to go. 1 down, 2 more to go. 1 more to go as Scatman is starting to try to stay alive as much as possible. Waiting for the re-swing. He comes on.
Lock down that whole hallway for the rest of this round. A whole lot of utility on the side of the attack to deal with a clash. Like Nate's going to try to brute force his way up here through this. Buggles will actually find the first kill. Mark will trade it back onto Jigsaw, and now it's really on Nate to find information. Mark's going to find a second one. I9 will find a third. Currently down to a 4v1. Mark will find his third of the round as well. Kara trades one back, finds a second onto I9. All of a sudden this round...
Frag grenade should clear it out. C4 flung on out. Ooh, perfect shot, but oh man, the C.
Was that kitchen side?
Oh, already view from down up, well, downwards, and a lot of the just the initial damage and potential denial coming in. Well, Nate tried to smoke himself out to try to prevent any planned denial, but instead decides to actually back away. Jigsaw and Cairo continuing to just absolutely clean houses. This is looking to be a 3-all scoreline.
ACH just going to let this time run out. Give his team a bit of time to talk before they're attacking half. I'm sure they have plenty of ideas about how they want to move into this, how they're going to... This strat revolves pretty heavily around Cairo being able to hold the entry on this door, as well as Nate holding down that spiral stairs with the 3 ADS. It's pretty reminiscent of something like a banked blue stairs hole. As I say that, Soul's Heart have made their way directly into the building, finding 2 kills. Setting up this round really nicely. Nate will be able to find the refrag, taking out I9. Mark has found one in the meantime though, and now the Blackbeard is going to get so much information. Scatman will take out Brendo, but Nate will find a second. All of a sudden it's down to a 2v1 with 50 seconds remaining.
Yeah, with the plan starting to go down, this could be quite a potent way to conclude the round, albeit Nate will need to nail all of his shots right now. Cheeky reload to keep going, and the frag grenade is a little bit dangerously close. So the swing...
As I'm saying that, 45 seconds remaining. Plant looked like it was just about to go down from I9, but one of the smoke canisters from Nate does force him off for the meantime. Wettables will find Mr. Punch. Brendo is still very low. I9's going to retry this plant. Brendo will find Scatman. CH refrags onto Wet. This plant looks like it will go down, as Brendo is also going down. Down to a 2v3, 3v3, now that Brendo is back up. 5 seconds left on the kit.
The timer now ticking away. Ex-Chiefs roster needs to really start pushing in, really going forward. Nate already nails DCH. Might need to go either for res of Cairo, but otherwise needs to push in ASAP. The res does keep on going through. In comes the push. 13 seconds. They need to start getting as quickly as possible towards the planter, but even that is not possible at all. Mark.
Once again, just working off this black information. On the right ways into side. Jigsaw will find Mark as well. Mr. Punch will trade it back. Down to the 4v3.
3 indeed. The Punch getting the better of Wettables. That's one of the players out. They'll trade it out pretty quickly. Brendo, 20 seconds. Can they find the spot? Can they find the play? 9-9 now needing to start sprinting. Cairo already gets the better of DCH. Finds 1. Can he find 2? Reswing needs to be very aggressive and very vigilant on his position, but Cairo already has the points and Brendo already has the crossfire.
Certain entry points, you can see that shield placed near the horse statue, holding that door with the Denari. For now, the wall will stay electrified, and Soul's Heart are going to have to sort of problem solve their way through getting that. That does make sense now why they banned out the Maverick on their first half. Scatman will find an opener though.
Why? Okay, right. Nate is seemingly waking up as well as Jigsaw. Round of the Monty anymore. He will have to Either going for the pre-drone or going for the swing, and just like how it was a two-man.
Let's make it a little bit easier. Mark's now one shot from this TCSG from being down, and they have an information this guy rushing at him. I9 basically gives his life away and brings it back to a 2v2.
Much more workable here for X-Chief's roster as they're looking to try to find their own angles here, but so many positions you have to be very wary about. Mark is down, and so is DCH. Brendo lining up, and you can see quite problematic to move anywhere further, but the Monty right now could actually be in a very dangerous position. Mr. Punch needs to be very careful, and yeah, exactly that. DCH does get the better of Cairo, flashbang to come on in to flush out Wittables, as it is a full-on pistol rush, pistol whip as well, and Nate is looking to try to keep the onslaught off. Jigsaw is the last man standing to try to keep it all going, but the plant now down. The timer will start ticking against him. With DCH from above, Scatman close by. Scatman's gone, actually, as a matter of fact. 1v2. Very much of a workable play. Mr. Punch just keeps on getting bullied as... does actually find the frag. Now needs to start running. Jigsaw activated, ready to rumble. Unfortunately, unable to find much of the vertical angle to really play around with this. He is forced to get on the diffuser as DCH. No, he actually could have held the position as well. There was a tangible position to really make a play, but DCH no longer has the... didn't...
With goo mines and Denari trips all around him, it's quite hard for him to navigate that.
Yeah. Rough turnaround there as well for Mr. Punch. Peeking into so many angles and just getting back flanked as well. Mark falls, only just to be injured. He would be picked back on up, and DCH now already trying to run away to just try to reposition himself. Once again, that same wall, that same treacherous wall as well, that has been so far the crux of a lot of problems, but 20 seconds to go. They need this round. They need to ensure that they just finish it all off in the regular rounds, as otherwise overtime can be quite deadly. Brendo gets the better of Mark. There's no time. There's no time to plan. There's no time to play, and no life at all to work with, as well as Cairo finds the finish.
52 seconds remaining. 5v5, so no picks found. DCH will actually find the first one onto Wettables. Found himself in this position quite a lot. Comes down to, are they able to isolate any more players on site before they go for this plant? Nate, such a power position in that bathroom area, and Blitz is just going to jump in. Punch trying to find as much information as he can. Cairo will find one. Jigsaw cut down to half HP. Mr. Punch going to go for this plant. Like, he will be able to get it down, and now they're in the post plant. 40 seconds remaining on this quarter.
Jigsaw will be trying his best here to try to force any sort of engagement, but my god, Mr. Punch, John Wick himself with a pistol, being able to claim the double kill. It's all down to Nate to try to make anything work here. Jigsaw looking to try to back up the Monty push, but sandwich play coming around as Wittables actually gets the better of I9.
Yeah, and they seem to still have plenty of information about where the attack is coming from, especially now with the walls getting opened. They're quite aware of this player outside as well. Late flank, but two-man advantage. It should be relatively easy for Nate to sort of walk in and start planning. Canister still on the board, but Wettables will find that pick onto Mark. Scatman here. Unfortunately, unable to find it. 5v1.
Mr. Punch will be the one to try to frontline the push towards the actual circle room entry. Side open, wide open. Jigsaw taking a little bit of damage. Cairo falls, that's first. That was the trade-off onto Scatman as they trade against each other with the headshots equally. Jigsaw's position has now been revealed. Brendo is downed. DCH low. This could be potentially it as Mr. Punch finishes off Brendo. Nate is taking even more damage. DCH going in for the plant. No denial as well, though C4 is still there, ready to rumble. Trades coming on in. 2 versus 2 situation, but the plant did go down 1v2. It's all down to Jigsaw. He needs to save his team for X-Chiefs to have a chance to stay in the running here. 16-11. The man has been on an absolute ripper as Mr. Punch completely lets him past. trying to bait in any sort of engagement with 23 seconds, forcing him to move around, running away from the gunfight. DCH has to hide for a little bit there, trying to bait out any sort of engagements, but time is being wasted. Not enough time. Is there time really to go in for the plan? No, completely lost on out, and that is it. We have crossed the line of no return, and at this point just get the frags, but even that is being prevented. Soul's Heart concluded all out in 2-0 conclusion against X-Chiefs roster, ending the UC Hopefuls run.
Yeah, and what a way to end it for Soul's Heart on their opponent's map pick of Fortress. The first time, at least.